Have you ever wondered which single-player games truly deserve your attention? Get ready for a journey through the world of video games, as I've gathered 20 titles that are absolute gems for any solo adventure enthusiast. Forget about generic releases and discover the games that will turn your gaming sessions into epic and unforgettable moments. These are games that every gamer should experience at least once in their lifetime. My name is Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring you daily content, so you won't miss a single detail from the gaming universe. If you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd really appreciate it, gamer to gamer. First up on our list is Red Dead Redemption 2. This game transports you straight to the Wild West, immersing you in the world of outlaws. The story is the highlight, engaging, thrilling, and packed with unexpected moments. You feel the tension in every scene, the weight of the characters' choices, all set against a soundtrack that perfectly captures the mood. It's impossible not to be swept away by the intensity of each chapter in this journey. The gameplay is a standout in its own right. The feeling of riding through vast landscapes is unparalleled. You can feel the wind on your face, the sound of hooves on the dirt, and the distant songs of birds. The attention to detail is remarkable, from the weapons you handle manually to how your character behaves in different weather conditions. The confrontations are breathtaking, with a combat system that places you right in the thick of action, creating a tension that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Realism impresses in every aspect. The characters you interact with have their own routines and respond to your actions in various ways, making each encounter unforgettable. Even the nature around you feels alive, with wildlife that can be hunted or simply observed in its natural habitat. This is a game that envelopes you in every detail, making you lose track of time as you explore every corner of the map. Next up is The Witcher 3, one of the most acclaimed games of all time. The story here is a true dive into a world filled with conflict, mystery, and magic. With each mission, you find yourself wrapped up in deep and surprising narratives, always with that dark touch that this game is known for. The environment, filled with grand landscapes, makes you feel part of a medieval universe brimming with danger, creatures, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. In terms of gameplay, you can't help but get lost in the variety of activities available. From epic sword duels to exploring mysterious forests and villages filled with memorable characters, the options are vast. The thrill of using special powers in combat is unique, making you feel like a true monster hunter. Another interesting aspect of the gameplay is the preparation of specific items for each monster you face, whether it's a potion or a trap, adding a strategic layer to the combat. What stands out the most are the details scattered throughout the map. Every corner has something to discover, whether it's a hidden treasure, a legendary creature, or a simple dialogue that reveals more about the world around you. It's the kind of game that keeps you hooked for hours, always offering something new to explore. In third place, we have GTA 5, a game that revolutionized the open-world genre. Here, the focus is entirely on freedom, from exploring the vast city to engaging in outrageous heists. The story takes players on a whirlwind of emotions, with moments that range from sharp humor to pure tension. With each mission, you feel like you're in the middle of an action movie, steering the course of this captivating plot. The gameplay is a spectacle in itself, offering a multitude of activities. You can easily lose yourself in street races, plan audacious robberies, or simply drive around while taking in the different landscapes. The vehicle physics and the variety of combat options ensure intense and adrenaline-filled confrontations. The city itself is a living world, brimming with details that enhance the feeling of immersion. The pedestrians, the traffic, the changing weather, everything is designed to create an authentic environment filled with surprises. No matter what you choose to do, there's always something unexpected happening, making each moment distinct from the last. In fourth place, we have Resident Evil 4 Remake, a game that revived the classic survival horror feel, but with a fresh twist. The story is loaded with suspense and tension, keeping you on the edge of your seat the whole time. Every step through the environment invites both fear and curiosity, especially when you don't know what might be lurking around the next corner. The settings have been redesigned with impressive detail, breathing new life into the dark atmosphere that has captivated generations. In terms of gameplay, it strikes the perfect balance between action and strategy. With an enhanced combat system, you feel the weight of each weapon and the importance of managing your resources wisely. The fluid movement and variety of enemies make encounters even more challenging and intense. The realistic graphics and haunting soundtrack heighten the immersion. Every detail is crafted to place you inside that terrifying world, where danger could be lurking anywhere. In fifth place, we have Dead Space Remake, a game that plunges you into a space horror experience like no other. The story places you in a claustrophobic environment filled with mysteries, where every dark corridor might hide something terrifying. The atmosphere of isolation is palpable, and with every step forward, the tension rises. The updated visual details and oppressive ambience make you feel the fear and uncertainty deep within. When it comes to gameplay, this title hits the mark. The combat mechanics are unique, forcing you to strategically dismember enemies to survive. It's not just about shooting everything. You need precision and composure, even when panic tries to take over. The exploration is full of secrets and limited resources, requiring you to think carefully about every move and decision throughout your journey. What further intensifies the immersion are the sound effects and ambient sounds. The metallic clinks, the sound of your own breathing, the shadows moving at the corner of the screen, everything is designed to play with your nerves. You never know what to expect, and this constant uncertainty is what makes this game a true masterpiece of horror. In sixth place, we have Mad Max, a game that brings the chaos and brutality of a post-apocalyptic world into your hands. The story is filled with tension and despair, throwing you into a desolate landscape where survival is paramount. Each new area explored has a unique atmosphere, featuring ruins, endless deserts, and sudden sandstorms that make the journey unpredictable. You can feel the weight of loneliness as you drive through these arid lands in search of resources and revenge. The gameplay focuses on vehicular combat and intense hand-to-hand fights. Customizing your vehicle isn't just a detail. It's a necessity to face the dangers of the road. The wheel-based battles are frantic, filled with explosions and collisions that keep you engaged from start to finish. When you're not driving, the fistfights and dodging have a visceral pace, with every blow felt as you fight for your life in a lawless world. The environment is a spectacle in itself, packed with details that enhance immersion. Next, we have Metro Exodus, a game that transports you to a post-apocalyptic world that is as dark as it is fascinating. The narrative is engaging, throwing you into a scenario where hope is a fragile thread, and every step carries the tension of being in an unknown and perilous place. The environment consists of vast, desolate landscapes, crumbling cities, and claustrophobic tunnels that make you feel the weight of each movement. The story unfolds in a way that emotionally connects you with the journey, always filled with twists and memorable moments. In terms of gameplay, the game is a true challenge. Survival is the focus here, with scarce resources and lurking enemies, making the gameplay even more intense. In eighth place, we have A Plague Tale Requiem, a game that immerses you in an intense and emotional story. The plot unfolds in a medieval world ravaged by a devastating plague, bringing a dark and oppressive climate. The narrative is deep, focusing on the struggle for survival and the bond between characters. You can sense the pressure and fear of being in an environment where danger is always lurking. Each new chapter of the story draws you in further, revealing secrets and touching moments that make the adventure even more unforgettable. The gameplay is a mix of action, stealth, and puzzle solving. You need to be strategic with every step, as resources are limited and enemies relentless. The thrill of traversing devastated environments while avoiding hordes of rats or enemy soldiers is electrifying. The tense moments, where you must hide in the shadows or use the environment to your advantage, keep you constantly on alert. In ninth place, we have Ghost of Tsushima, a game that takes you to feudal Japan during the Mongol invasion. The story is captivating and intense, exploring deep themes like honor, revenge, and the conflict between tradition and survival. From the start, you're thrust into an emotional journey where each choice made by the protagonist reflects the moral dilemmas of the time. The narrative isn't just about battles. It's about a man seeking balance between the warrior's code and the need to protect his people at all costs. The game manages to convey the beauty and brutality of that era, immersing you in a world full of nuances and dangers. When it comes to gameplay, this is one of the most impressive aspects. The combat is a true work of art, featuring a fighting system that requires precision, strategy, and mastery of techniques. With each encounter, the sensation of participating in an epic duel is palpable. The stance system allows you to adapt your fighting style according to your enemies, bringing incredible depth to the gameplay. Exploring the island is equally rewarding, filled with activities ranging from hidden shrines to besieged villages, each location with its own secret and story. The ambience is a spectacle in itself. The island of Tsushima is one of the most beautifully detailed worlds ever seen in a game. The sound effects also play a crucial role. The clash of steel, the rustling of leaves, and the soft beat of Japanese drums create an atmosphere that places you right in feudal Japan. Every detail, from the lighting to the changing weather, contributes to making this adventure unforgettable, as if you're living a legend in real time. In 10th place, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game that offers an authentic portrayal of the medieval period, without resorting to fantasy or magic. The story places you at the heart of the Holy Roman Empire, embarking on a journey full of twists, battles, and complex decisions. It's an engaging narrative, marked by a quest for justice and revenge amid the chaos of a civil war. In terms of gameplay, the game shines with its attention to realism. The combats are challenging, requiring patience and practice to master the art of medieval fighting. No magical swords or supernatural abilities here. Each fight is fought with swords and authentic armor of the time. The immersion is taken to a new level with the attention to detail and the scenery. The villages, castles, and forests are recreated with impressive precision, transporting you to medieval Europe. It's a world where every detail has been carefully thought out to provide an experience that makes you feel part of that historical era. In 11th place, we find Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, a game that uniquely blends action, drama, and humor. The story captivates you from the start, featuring charismatic characters and unexpected situations. The narrative delves deep into themes such as friendship, honor, and the quest for purpose, all set against a lively urban backdrop filled with twists. Each scene strikes a perfect balance between exciting moments and humorous interludes, making you increasingly invested in the character's journey. When it comes to gameplay, the game does not disappoint. The mix of turn-based combat with dynamic elements offers exciting and strategic battles. The variety of fighting styles and abilities keeps the confrontations full of possibilities, making each encounter unique and engaging. The game is packed with side activities and mini-games, providing a true urban playground to explore. The city, with its bustling streets, illuminated establishments, and quirky characters, makes you feel like you're in a vibrant and pulsating scene. Interactions with the environment and NPCs add richness to the experience, creating unexpected and humorous moments, completing the sensation of being in a metropolis full of stories to tell. In 12th place, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of War, a game that places you at the heart of epic battles in the universe of Middle-earth. The story continues the legacy of the saga, exploring themes such as power, revenge, and the struggle for dominion over war-torn territories. The narrative is engaging, maintaining the dark and magical atmosphere that fans expect. From the battlefields to the shadowy fortresses, each step of the journey evokes the tension and grandeur of this world. In terms of gameplay, the standout feature is the unique enemy intelligence mechanic, the Nemesis system. This technology allows enemies to remember their previous encounters with you, adapting and evolving with each battle. When you face an opponent, they might flee, return stronger, or even recall your fighting style. This dynamic intelligence ensures that each confrontation feels distinct, creating rivals that seem to have a life of their own. You can see enemies promoted after a confrontation, shifting the balance of power within the game, making each battle not just personal, but also unpredictable and strategic. The world reacts to your actions, changing as you progress and expand your control. The epic soundtrack and the sounds of the battlefield, from the clashing of swords to the roars of enemies, keep you in a state of constant tension. Shadow of War isn't just about conquering Middle-earth. It's about facing a world that is always learning and adapting to your playstyle. Next, we have Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden, a game that immerses you in a gripping and emotionally charged narrative. The story unfolds in a world filled with mysteries and supernatural elements, where you're invited to explore themes of loss, love, and confrontation with the unknown. The plot captivates you from the start, with richly detailed settings that make every step a new discovery. The dark tone of the narrative is reinforced by the dense atmosphere of the environment, enveloping players in a journey filled with tough choices and intense moments. In terms of gameplay, the game combines action and supernatural elements in a captivating way. The mechanics involve the use of special abilities and strategic combat, requiring attention and precision in every battle. The enemies you encounter have unique characteristics, compelling you to constantly adjust your tactics. What makes the immersion even more powerful is the detailed world setting. Foggy forests, abandoned villages, and mysterious ruins compose the backdrop, creating a mood laden with mystery and suspense. In 14th place, we have Mafia Definitive Edition, a remake that brings back all the glamour and danger of organized crime in the 1930s. The story follows the rise of a taxi driver who, by chance, becomes embroiled in the Mafia underworld. The narrative is engaging and filled with tension, featuring intense dialogues and situations where loyalty and betrayal intersect at every turn. Everything is told with a cinematic flair, making you feel like part of a classic gangster film. The gameplay retains the essence of the original, but with modern enhancements. The combat is precise, with shootouts requiring strategy and cover. The variety of missions ranges from armored car heists to intense city escapes, always keeping the adrenaline high. Every step is designed to transport the player to the heart of the golden age of organized crime. In 15th place, we have the Batman Arkham series, a collection of games that redefine the action and exploration genre in open worlds. The story immerses you in the dark universe of Gotham, where every corner of the city hides dangers and secrets. The plots are intense, filled with twists and memorable moments, placing players in situations where the line between good and evil becomes increasingly blurred. The narrative is engaging and true to the Dark Knight universe, addressing themes of justice, corruption, and the hero's internal struggle. The gameplay is one of the strongest points of the series, featuring a fluid and dynamic combat system that influenced many subsequent action games. The fights are rhythmic and strategic, requiring you to chain attacks, dodges, and counters to defeat your enemies. Gotham is portrayed with a dense and oppressive atmosphere, filled with dark alleys, crumbling buildings, and stunning Gothic architecture. Each location is packed with details, from the bright neon signs to the city's sounds echoing through the darkness. The Arkham series not only lets you play as Batman, but also makes you feel like him, experiencing every emotion and challenge that comes with being the Dark Knight. In 16th place, we have the Halo franchise, one of the most iconic series in first-person shooter games. Since its launch, it has revolutionized the genre, presenting an epic narrative that explores intergalactic conflicts, mysteries, and the fate of a civilization. In terms of gameplay, the series has always stood out for its frantic action and innovative mechanics. Each title has introduced enhancements, from fluid and precise combat to the use of a wide variety of futuristic weapons and vehicles. Players engage in intense shootouts, pilot vehicles across expansive landscapes, and face enemies with advanced artificial intelligence that strategically reacts to their actions. The series' settings are spectacular in their own right. Each game presents impressive environments, from the tight corridors of spaceships to the vast rings orbiting distant planets. This saga has solidified its status as a pillar of gaming culture, serving as a reference point for science fiction epics in video games. In 17th place, we have Alice Madness Returns, a game that takes us back to the dark and twisted universe of Wonderland. The story dives into themes of trauma and insanity, offering a unique and disturbing perspective on Alice's adventures. As you progress, the narrative unfolds in a dense and engaging manner, weaving a tale of mystery and fantasy that challenges your perception of reality. The world presented is filled with bizarre elements and strange creatures, bringing to life a universe that is as beautiful as it is terrifying. The gameplay is a blend of action and exploration, focusing on creatively charged combat. The arsenal of weapons includes items that perfectly align with the game's insane tone, allowing for different fighting styles. What truly stands out is the surreal ambience. Each environment is meticulously designed to convey a sense of chaos and wonder simultaneously. The graphical details, from twisted gardens to ornate halls, create an atmosphere of macabre fairy tales. It's a world that invites you to explore every corner, even knowing that the unknown can be frightening. In 18th place, we have Alan Wake 2, a highly anticipated sequel that delves even deeper into the realm of psychological horror. The story brings back the supernatural elements and unsettling atmosphere of the original, enveloping players in a complex and suspenseful plot. As you explore dark settings, you encounter sinister events that blur the line between reality and nightmare. The narrative unfolds like an engaging thriller, packed with mysteries and twists that keep you hooked from start to finish. The gameplay is marked by moments of tension and strategic combat. Darkness remains a crucial element, with the flashlight playing a fundamental role in defending against enemies and solving puzzles. Each encounter is intense, requiring you to manage resources wisely and stay alert to what might emerge from the shadows. The game balances action with exploration, offering environments filled with clues and secrets that deepen the story and mythology of the surrounding world. The ambience is hauntingly immersive, with settings shrouded in fog and shadows that seem to come to life. The sound effects, like the rustling of trees or distant whispers, create a constant sense of unease. The soundtrack contributes to this feeling, with dark melodies accompanying the tensest moments. Every graphical and auditory detail has been carefully crafted to create an atmosphere that envelopes you, making each step forward both fascinating and terrifying. In 19th place, we have Amnesia The Bunker, a game that redefines psychological horror by placing you in a claustrophobic and mysterious environment. The story unfolds in a dark and isolated location, where you find yourself surrounded by a terrifying presence. The plot is gradually built, keeping you on the edge of your seat as you try to uncover the secrets of the place and find a way out. The feeling of being lost and vulnerable intensifies with every corridor explored, and the disturbing silence is only broken by sounds that make your heart race. In terms of gameplay, the game stands out for its focus on survival and exploration. Resources are extremely limited, meaning every movement needs to be well calculated. With each door opened and corridor explored, you encounter unpredictable threats and puzzles that challenge your logic. The environment is treacherous, where any sound can be a warning of danger. The ambience is the highlight of the game, with settings that seem to change with each new exploration, creating a sense of disorientation. The narrow corridors, filled with debris, locked doors, and dark areas, contribute to a suffocating atmosphere. Next, we have Black Myth Wukong, a game that captured attention since its announcement for its unique approach to Chinese mythology. The story is inspired by ancient legends, immersing players in a narrative filled with fantasy, intrigue, and mythical creatures. Each explored setting feels like a tale straight out of classic literature, with a touch of magic and mystery that keeps you engaged from start to finish. The narrative is rich and nuanced, leading to an epic journey in a world of gods and monsters. Gameplay is where the game truly shines. With a dynamic combat system full of possibilities, you can face enemies in various ways, using special abilities, fighting techniques, or transformations. The battles are fluid and action-packed, requiring strategy and precision to defeat powerful foes. The variety of challenging enemies and bosses makes each encounter unique, keeping players alert and ready to adapt their tactics. The setting is spectacular, with stunning environments that capture the essence of Eastern mythology. Misty forests, ancient temples, and mysterious mountains make up the world around you, filled with impressive details. The soundtrack, with its traditional melodies, enhances immersion and creates the feeling of being in a legendary epic. Every aspect of the game, from the graphics to the sound effects, has been thoughtfully crafted to transport you to a fantastic and unforgettable universe. And I want to hear from you. Which of these games have you played, and what did you think of them? And of course, if you know of any game that should have made this list but didn't, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the Play Hunters channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the news and releases in the gaming world. I'm also leaving a video card about the best old games that rival or even surpass current titles. Check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. A big hug, and see you tomorrow.